Welcome to another edition of the CTE Insider Report. We're on location today at Fertitta Middle School with the principal of Fertitta Middle School, Lisa Burkhead.
Hi,
Thanks
good morning.
for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
The reason we're here is last month we featured the training that was going on, our RCA, Ron Clark Academy training, which took place here at Fertitta Middle School. And the principal here is committed to put the training to use to serve her student community and increase student achievement. So we wanted to talk to her about how the training went and where they're going from here, and what she thinks of the Ron Clark Academy training provided by CTE and Sierra Nevada College.
Absolutely, thank you. The first thing that I'd like to say is in my 20 years of being in education, I've never had more positive comments about the training from all of my teachers. And I think part of the reason why that happened was that the strategies that RCA brings to the table are very easy to use, and it's something that they can turn around and use the very next day. And so it was an overwhelming response of just positive comments. Everyone loved Mr. DeVico, who came from the Ron Clark Academy, and I, through observations, saw my teachers implementing right away. So we're very excited. That's piece one of what we've done with the Ron Clark Academy. In a couple of days, we're going to be leaving to actually go to the Ron Clark Academy. I'm taking 12 teachers who are going to go and visit on a 2-day tour, and I'm really excited for them to see that live. And they're going to serve as my lead teachers on campus, who will then come back and be the trainers of trainers, if you will, to provide professional development and leadership to the rest of my staff, because this is a school-wide initiative. Following our trip to the Ron Clark Academy, Mr. DeVico is planning on coming back in March to do some model lessons and to also do additional professional development for the entire staff.
Your school was already, before you decided to move into the Ron Clark training, your school was already had been recognized as, I guess it's a 5-star
Yes.
school,
Mm-hmm.
and you had been involved in other professional development and training as well. How was this able to augment, or how do you see this augmenting or adding to the things that you obviously are already doing well here at Fertitta? How does that
Thank you.
fit in?
My philosophy and actually our initiatives in coming in 3 years ago when I began as the principal of Fertitta was all about student engagement. And how do we get our students to be actively involved in their education so that they can articulate and really understand on a deep level what they're learning. And we decided as a staff, that was our vision, that student engagement was that piece. And so Ron Clark Academy fit perfectly, because that is their premise of really getting students involved through music and movement, through very easy strategies that teachers can use to give students an opportunity to be really involved. And so it just enhanced what we were already doing on campus, and it seemed like a perfect fit. And additionally, quite frankly, there was so much buy-in from staff, because it doesn't matter how great the strategy is, if you don't have buy-in from your staff, then it's not going to be effective. So it was just the perfect fit for our school.
When you were earlier, you were giving us a tour of the campus, and I noticed some of the hallways. You're making some changes
Mm-hmm.
with the pictures that you have hanging, that sort of thing. How does that fit in with the philosophy, the training, and also how do you then envision taking the baby steps toward a full implementation of Ron Clark Academy training here at Fertitta?
First of all, I just want to say that we are very proud of the work that we've done here at Fertitta Middle School. And as we began this process of taking a look at the Ron Clark Academy and how that would fit into already what we're doing here, a group of us initially went out to the Ron Clark Academy to see what it was all about. And as we came back and we debriefed, we realized there's no way we're going to recreate the Ron Clark Academy. So we took a different approach. We said, what are the strategies and the ideas that we can take from the Ron Clark Academy and implement them on our campus that fit with our philosophy and what we're doing. And so that's partly what we're doing. One of the most impressive things that we loved from the Ron Clark Academy was how their walls were saturated with pictures of students. We just felt that feel, the culture of their campus was just very genuine, and it was all about kids. And so that was one of the ideas that we decided to pull into Fertitta and kind of copy, if you will, by now putting pictures in our hallways of our students, so that our hallways in our school is also saturated with that feeling of we're all about kids. So that's one piece. Another piece that we're going to do is we're not going to come up with the essential 55 like Ron Clark, but we are going to come up with our Fertitta 15, and those are going to be the principles that we live by. We have our committee, our group of teachers that are going to Atlanta in a couple of days, and they're working closely with the rest of the staff to come up with what are those principles. We've read his work. We're currently working with Sierra Nevada College on that online course, and so they've been briefed, they're reading articles, and they're seeing videos of Ron Clark, and now they're wrapping their head about what does that look like for us as a community here at Fertitta. So that'll be a next step. We will continue with professional development through Ron Clark Academy. Any opportunity that we have to pull in those ideas and to give teachers those strategies, we're going to take advantage of that. And it should be said that this couldn't happen without the support of Mrs. Fertitta, who has been in our corner and our biggest supporter, who is really helping to fund all of this so that we can access those resources through going to Atlanta, bringing Mr. DeVico here on campus to give our teachers that professional development. And then the exciting piece of this is that we're going to pilot this in the fall, that we have selected via application our core teachers in the 6th grade who are going to actually have students that are going to apply to be in this academy, and those teachers are going to be extremely well versed in these strategies, and those students are going to be able to work closely with those teachers. So we're very excited about that piece too.
Well, obviously it's not the last time we'll be out here. We'll be following along as you and your staff move forward in the training, but it is, I think it's very refreshing for me to hear how you intend to, if you can't duplicate in entirety the Ron Clark Academy, and I don't think it can be, especially in a public school setting, but I think that what other principals that have seen it and say, well, here are the obstacles, need to hear more about how you view it instead of here are the obstacles, here's what we can bring from it. And there's always something we can adapt to make our campus a better place to learn and to be in, because it's always a learning, we're always trying to improve. So I think that your enthusiasm may help others see that some of what goes on at RCA can be adapted to just about any public school campus.
Absolutely. And anytime we can bring strategies and tools to teachers as an administrative staff, that's our job, and this is a great opportunity for us. We feel very lucky to be involved with the Ron Clark Academy, and we're very anxious to go back and to be a partner. And
hopefully you'll open your doors to others that may want to come and ask you about how it's working for you and that sort of thing.
100%.
CTE is certainly comfortable with that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you for doing this with us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.